more than more peace. Okay. So welcome everyone to the Vortex Energy Center's cast. I've got with me Shanti, who is going to talk about her amazing new peace project, which involves chanting the sound of Om. So welcome, Shanti.
Thank you, Barb. It's a really honor to be with you today. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So what people can see should be a beautiful Om that you drew on the ocean right near where you live. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful signal. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the project? How did this come about? And what would you like this to do?
Well, thank you so much. Really, no initiative arises with one person. It's many that put in, and it's over a long time probably. So this may be the synthesis or the outcome of something that's been developing for a long time between several of us. The feeling was very, very strongly to invite people to join together to chant the sacred word Om from wherever they are at any time of the day or the night, in order to help to create and then build a wave, an Om wave, we called it, that could spread and flow all over the planet, bringing peace, harmony, unity, and love to the whole world.
Isn't that an awesome thing? That's amazing.
Well, it's needed right now by our world. The Om vibrational frequency is said to be the frequency, the sound that was created at the time of creation, the Big Bang. And that Om sound was the first word, if you like, or the first sound that emanated through that process. And even the astronauts in space have been reported to hear a hum, and they don't really know the cause of that hum. So it's suggested that the Om frequency or vibration therefore exists in every atom of the universe and exists within us, and that our bodies and our energy systems, our energy flows, all resonate with that Om. So by us focusing, sitting quietly and focusing, going within and chanting or repeating that word Om, individually or together with others, we might have the potential to actually move back into connection with that essential sound that is vibrating in the whole universe, and that will connect us.
I think that's an awesome concept. And it's funny because in Qigong class today, we finished with the humming, which we've never done before. And I thought that's interesting that you said that may also be original sounds that are still coming from the center of the universe. Anyway.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, tell us a little bit as well. There are two different spellings of Om, the AUM and the OM. Where does that come from? And what does that mean? Okay. Significance of that?
Well, please understand that I'm not the expert in everything. I'm still a student myself. However, the idea is, and I can read you something that taught me very well, which is that the OM sound is a composite of three sounds, which is R, which then you see that as the A, arising from the navel, the region of the navel, U, which is the U, written as U, flowing through the throat and tongue, and which is the M, which ends up at the closed lips. So the actual word is written as AUM, Om, but we are encouraged not to sound it out as Aum. We're encouraged to sound it out as Om. So okay. I don't know if that helps or not. There are many other, obviously, we could go on for hours as to the symbolism of each of those letters, A, U, and M. And perhaps we could do that another time if you're happy to do that, because it would take quite a lot of explanation. But so Yeah, so it's written as AUM, or it can be written as Om, which is the sound. It's called the Omkara, the Pranava, Omkara, Pranava, sacred sound. Yeah.
And so is it the OM is more westernized version of that longer Sanskrit sound, Sanskrit letters?
No, it goes right. No. All this goes right back to the Vedas, which predate thousands. I mean, they're thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. They predate all the major religions, all the major spiritual traditions on earth today. They're thousands of years old, and they were always taught orally. So it is said that the Vedas, it's said that the Vedas were heard by the rishis in meditation. They heard it directly. They meditated, tuned into the Supreme, and heard the Vedas, and then they taught them. And the Om and the Om, AUM and the exactly the same. All back, if you look back through the Upanishads, you look back through the Vedas, and the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna's teaching to Arjuna, all the same.
Okay, awesome. So, what is your goal for this these period of chants that you'd like the whole world to bring together? What's your goal?
Yeah. Okay. So one wonders where inspiration comes from. So it would appear that the goal may be to enable this building of a wave created by people repeating or chanting Om with focused and with pure-hearted intent, to build that wave that could literally wash all over the planet, bringing those vibrations of peace, harmony, unity, and love to every corner of the world. Now, if people choose not to use the word Om because they have their own cultures, they have their own traditions, they have their own preferences, whether that's, personal or from whatever source, they don't have to use Om. They can participate in this using their own something that's very sacred to them, or something that is soothing and uplifting to their heart, soul, and spirit. So it's about common intent that unites us. And then when we come together at the same period of time, we literally are sending those vibrations out into not only within our own bodies and our homes and where we live in the environment, we're literally sending those vibrations out into the atmosphere. And it is said that the frequencies of Om chanting, because it is such a primordial sound, that it actually has the ability to actually purify and cleanse vibrations that are no longer required. So
I think we've all got a lot of those these days. There's a lot of those floating around.
Yeah, we have. And this is free. This is free to everybody. This can't be sold. This is something that is our right as children of Mother Earth, as children of the universe. We inherited this. This is ours. So by us tuning back into our hearts, the center of the chest, the spiritual hearts, we can slip into that peace. And when we really practice this over time, and it's not the same time for everyone, we all have to practice. Some people can actually start to feel that resonance within. They can feel it. Others may even hear it. I mean, others may even just feel the silence and the peace. It's up to each individual's own special relationship. And what we've been told is that the more we practice and the more dedicated we become, that eventually that mantra, the Om mantra, will reveal itself. It will reveal itself to the individual. So it's a very personal thing. And by joining together, we can create this. And by joining together, there's the opportunity for the vibrations that are currently maybe fearful, anxious, negative, heavy energies. They cannot exist in more subtle, high vibrations. They cannot exist. And so your vortex knows that. Your healing center knows that. So this is
absolutely. I think as we each raise our own personal vibration, that is what helps to raise the vibration on the planet. So I'm really thrilled that you and your cohorts have decided to create this project And I'm excited to see where this leads. And I know that the 21st is United Nations Peace Day. Is that right?
Yes, and we thank you, Barb. This was this all happened it only really arose within our hearts and minds in the last 10 days or maybe nearly 2 weeks, and we just had such a strong feeling to just do it. You've done that, I know. You initiated that with the amazing Kirtan day that you offered to our local community here. And I remember you saying, look, all I knew is I just had to do it. It was now. And that's exactly how we felt. We couldn't let our mind or our doubts get in the way. We just had to go for it. And we didn't even know that it was World Peace Day. Perfect timing, because it would give us the opportunity to begin to create and build that now, to work together. People can, can organize themselves individually or with family or online, doesn't matter, wherever they are. And one of the things we might invite people to do, if they choose, is they can choose to chant as many times or as few as they want. But normally when we're chanting like this, in this tradition, one would chant 3 times minimum, or maybe 9 times, maybe 18, maybe 36, and then it moves maybe to 108. So you can choose to observe that or not. It's not going to be a strict rule. But usually when we do any mantra chanting, and especially the pranava, the om, we finish with Shanti 3 times. So it's Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And that is the first Shanti, we're praying for the purification of our bodies. The second one is purification of the mind. And the third is purification of the spirit. And then we must allow ourselves to go back into the silence, because the most important part of this particular mantra chant is the silence at the end. That's where we're subsiding back into. So it arises from the silence within, deep within. Yep. It rises up into a plane coming that's from the distance, and it rises up. We can go through that if you choose. And then it subsides back down into the depths within again. And the silence is the goal. It's the beginning and the goal.
Excellent. So is there a key that this is done in, or does everyone just pick a random sound level to start at, or is there a process that you like to do?
Well, look, you're a musician, and I'm sure that the fact you even use the word key shows that you will be very able to find the resonance that resonates with your own vibrational frequency. And so those people who have that skill and that knowledge and that tuning into music will be able to do that. I don't have that. So I was taught by a wonderful teacher in India who sat me down and realized that I was like a lot of Westerners at the time who tended to pronounce om from my sort of throat. And he said to me, no, close your eyes, or you don't have to close your eyes if you don't feel safe to do so. You can focus.
I'm going to close my eyes. So.
Oh, you want me to show you now? Okay, well, you don't have to have the same tone as I have. You'll find your own. Each person will find their own. So I'll just run through beginning how I was taught, and then we can, if you choose, we can do a couple. But so he said, first you sit, and it's really good to sit if you can, or if you can't sit, then you have to stand. But sit, and if you can sit on a something raised off the ground, whether it's a plank with a woolen a wool blanket or something over it, or whether it's a meditation cushion, or whether it's one of those meditation stools, or a chair, or I will often actually, to be honest, meditate on my bed. The reason for that is that you don't let the earth draw the energy out of you, because you'll be building energy and it will go straight through down into the earth if you're sitting on the bare ground or the bare grass. So that's what the ancients would do. This is what I've been taught. It's not coming from me, okay? And if I get it wrong, my sincerest apologies, because I'm a student. Okay.
It's all good.
So,
good. Go ahead.
So a very relaxed position. And you can choose to sit cross-legged, or you can choose to sit on a chair, however, and you can put the backs of your hands on your backs of your legs. Some people will choose a mudra, which is the position of the fingers, which we can go through another time because they all have different resonances. But some people will choose the first finger and the thumb tips just to lightly touch. Others will choose other fingers. Some will choose the Buddhist system of, I think it's the right hand over the left palm and join the thumbs. But they're all different how you feel. What is your feeling that feels good for you? And then to have a straight spine without being stiff, because the energies will flow up and down the spine naturally. So then you can close your eyes very gently, and you can take a few breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Allow yourself to relax and prepare, and in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let the tongue drop to the floor of your mouth, open your mouth. And again in through your nose. And let your jaw open and breathe out through your mouth. Just letting any tension or, nervous energies just flow out. And then you can breathe naturally with your jaw just relaxed. And then you can feel down deep within. Feel down, if you can, it takes practice. Everything's practice. And from your navel, from the depths of your navel, I'll run through it first and then I'll demonstrate it the best I can, is you start the O for your navel, and then you raise that sound up consciously through your chest, your throat, by which time it's becoming ooh, but not obviously, it's very gentle. And then you take it up further to your mouth and lips, you close your lips, it becomes mm. Now, the thing to do is to imagine it's like, as I mentioned before, hearing a plane arriving, and it gets louder and louder and louder and louder, and then as it moves past you and beyond you, it subsides. And the silence at the end of each Om is very, very precious. Slip into that silence before you start the next Om. It becomes a rhythmical thing that each person will get themselves. So I'll demonstrate briefly. My apologies if my throat catches, because I've had a bit of a cold. So I will demonstrate, and then perhaps we can do it, and we'll do it for 3 times, finish this shanti, and then if you want to do more, you let me know. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so you're doing your relaxation, you're sitting in a lovely relaxed posture, you've got an erect spine, and you can close your eyes, or you can look at the tip of your nose. That's so that you don't have the distractions, the visual distractions, and you're taking your senses deep within you. Patanjali taught us in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali that one of the main things is we have to learn to withdraw the tendency for the senses to move out into the world. We need to bring those senses back into the inner world, the universe within. This is the very first step. We need to learn to do this. It's one of the first steps. All right, so we begin. So that's a demonstration of how it can be done, how I was taught. And it's been a very profound teaching, because it seems the more one practices, as it really is a truth for me, my experience is the mantra begins to reveal itself. It can take a long time. For some people, it might take less. So would you like to practice that now? 3 times?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Okay, and then we finish with Shanti, 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 just so that we get that the whole process if we can. The other thing I'll just mention at this point, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but it is said that the pranava, the Om kara, this Om, is the only sound that we can make as human beings that doesn't have to involve moving our jaw, opening the mouth, involving the tongue. We literally just have a relaxed jaw, gently open the lips, and we do it and close the lips. We don't have to do the aum. We see a lot of people do this. I made those mistakes. I've made them all. All mistakes has been made at this end. Okay, we begin 3 times, and then if you want to do more later. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Take a couple of breaths in, and then we begin. One more breath. And we begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So when you're ready, you can take a few deep breaths just to kind of come back into this present moment again. A few deep breaths deep into your belly. You can wriggle your fingers and your toes. If you choose, you can gently move your head, just gently from side to side, just gently, just kind of. When you're ready, you can just gently open your eyes.
That was awesome, Shanti. I had this massive wave of love come over me just as we were finishing that third Om and into the Shantis. That was really beautiful.
Oh, and you're speaking like that, and I'm getting the Shakti tingles all through my body.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize for the Kirtan puppy in the background. She's outside, and I didn't mean, I put her out so she wouldn't disturb us, but she's only a baby. So my sincerest apologies for that.
It's all part of what is out there, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, you're so, and that's why this practice can be so valuable to us. There has been, and we will be posting it on this page that you're so kindly guiding us through. I am so personally never done Facebook. So without your
So
guidance.
that's what I'm going to encourage everyone to do, is to go on to, and I'll put the link in the description here of how to get onto the Facebook Om Wave group page so that you can join in. And are you going to get the Om live on the group page, or what's your thought? Or everyone just does it on their own at their own time, or what's the kind of guidance?
Well, we're having our little group meeting today, later, and tomorrow as well, because we're just coming together at the moment, just five of us at the moment. And we're going to work with that, because what we're coming up with ourselves, and people can choose to participate or not this, and then we can work on, maybe that'll help, is traditionally, if one is chanting, for example, the Gayatri Mantra, is another mantra you might like to explore one day. It's a beautiful mantra. We would chant the Gayatri Mantra somewhere between the hours of 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning, as the night is transitioning towards the day, so I guess towards dawn. And then again around the midday, as the morning is transitioning into the afternoon. And then again at dusk, as the afternoon is transitioning to night, as the evening is transitioning to night. Now, one can choose, because people are working, and on World Peace Day, it's Tuesday here in Australia. So, I mean, not everybody can do that. But we will be doing that. If people want to tune in.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
Oh, great.
So listen, I congratulate you for taking that step forward with your group, and we'd love to support you in any way that we can to help share this message of peace, harmony, and unity around the planet, which so desperately needs it.
Thank you. And Barb, we're also very grateful to have anyone as your group, as you are lending a hand. This is something that is obviously non-profit. It's free. It's our joining together as the humanity, as one. And we'll certainly focus on World Peace Day. However, this will be continuing beyond World Peace Day for as long as we feel we have a part to play.
Fantastic. So please invite all your friends and share this message of peace around the planet as often as you can.
Shanti, thank you.
Any thoughts you'd like to leave us all with, Shanti?
Yes, actually, I read this beautiful, if I can find it, it'd be so lovely. Yeah, here is Chief Seattle, a saying by Chief Seattle: humankind has not woven the web of life. We are but one thread within it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. All things are bound together. All things connect. And Mudra, and I hope I've pronounced that correctly, he is an Australian Indigenous elder wise man, said, our spirituality is oneness and an interconnectedness with all that lives and breathes, even with all that does not live or breathe. So perhaps we can connect as one and love each other and love the planet and all the children of Mother Earth.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Shanti. And I really encourage everyone to connect with the Om Wave Earth group and find a way that you can help bring this practice, whatever practice resonates with you, to bring unity, harmony, and love throughout the whole planet. So thank you, everyone. And so have a great day.